Hey, man, you like the cold opens, right?
I fucking love them.
Yeah? Well, you get none. Nor the cold opes, as we call them. That's our band, the cold opes. But this time we don't have one because we didn't prepare none.
No. In fact, there was a whole script written by Jackie Hearn and Spearmint Nitrate, and we didn't record any of it.
Well, that's why we're totally rad. You want to just start the show without one?
No. Let's keep going.
That means it has gotta be go time for one shabby ass, completely unprepared, hair out of our butt pulling episode of Night Attack. You got us live in studio last time. Now you get us remote and distressed. Yeah, remote and busted. Hey folks, I'm Brian Brushman, live in Austin, Texas. I don't even know where my inimitable co-host Justin Robert Young is. Where the hell are you, motherfucker?
I'm in Chantilly, Virginia.
Of course you are. Why wouldn't you be? That's outside of this is DC area, right?
The Dirty Deece, as they call it in the Constitution.
Dude, we're the Dirty Deece, you silly geese. That's their band slogan that they say.
And all sucker MCs have dicks like geese.
Hey man, dude, it was a lot of fun having you out in Austin. It's been good to, I feel like we burnt a lot of energy. I'm kind of glad that we're underprepared for this episode. I guess it'll be kind of lower energy. We're going to tell some stories and connect because I'll be good goddamned if we didn't story the fuck out of 3 to 4 days straight for Night Attack 3. We jammed.
Man. All right, so anybody who's going to listen to this episode, they might be like, wow, this doesn't seem like a very well-prepared-for episode. And I'm here to tell you, you're fucking goddamn right. But I will also tell you this. We've been working hard for you, just not on this episode. We've been working real hard. We've been burning the midnight oil. We moved the show around to make sure that I could be live. We worked all weekend making sure that this album, which I think we've settled on a title. We're gonna reveal the title when we do because we're gonna have a thing with it. But
yeah, we actually have an entire kit for this. We've decided on the title. We've decided on what the assets that appear on the album are going to look like. We're going to turn them over to you guys, but we did want to give you part of the puzzle. So I guess we'll kind of sketch around the edges here. As with some of the previous Night Attack albums, there are very confessional moments. There's kind of angst-ridden, crazy moments. There's flights of fancy of what might be. What else we got? There's like another element that we put in there, right?
A lot of dick talk.
Oh, geez. It's all dicks and buttholes. In fact, but that's not the title, okay?
It's not. I did say on the jury show that the title is, if you were to be excited about the album when it came out, you would use hashtag T-O lowercase t uppercase T.
Yeah. Yes.
And so you can guess until next week.
Wait, isn't it the hashtag for like libertarianism on Twitter? TLOT?
No, it's TOT. T-O-T-T.
Yeah, no, we're hot to tot.
Take out the trash, says Chris Ronan.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe. Could be.
No, he's telling us to. He's here in the studio, and he's saying...
Yeah, he actually smells... I took off my shoes because it's hot in here, and so he's telling me that he smells trash. Okay, look, we're going to start
How about
off...
this one? Brussels suggests titty Oscar to Tallahassee.
Okay, look, why you just going to give it up? Just titty Oscar to Tallahassee? All right, fine, the secret's out.
And if you listen real close, you can hear titty Oscar going to Tallahassee right now.
So, hey, so we figured we'd start off with a little bit of positive energy here. So we start with the good old-fashioned...
That's our new thing, Brian.
Well, it was, spoiler alert, it's also our old thing. It's also what we've always been since day one. Except for when we're sarcastic energy, but mainly positive energy. So we asked people to come up with some targets for a compliment bomb, which of course takes a little time. It's like a crock pot. You got to throw some shit in the crock pot, let it simmer for a little bit. You have to let it go long enough that somebody could walk into the room and say, who farted? And then realize it's meat.
Let's
and then
explain,
go like,
because a lot of
that's
people
good.
may not know exactly what it is.
Yeah, please.
Compliment bomb is as if you... we were creeping around a neighborhood. We saw a house. right? We
Yeah.
jimmied open a window, climbed in against their will, and then in the dead of night, baked them a cake to remember their birthday and left.
What's funny
Right?
is you used
While
to.
resecuring the windows so they would never be broken in again. Like, it is the nicest random invasion of privacy the internet has ever seen. We shoot rainbows in their face whether they like it or not.
By the way, I loved our description of sneaking in and leaving a vase of flowers, but it feels slightly more creepy now that I finished reading Angel Killer, because it reminds me of a character in Angel
Yeah.
Killer, and all of a sudden it doesn't feel like the nicest thing in the world. But regardless, we just want to put out positive energy and create a little WTF moment out there. So we've got some options
and the
here.
way that we do it is we find a random article on the internet that has open comments.
Right.
We then take we send out that URL. The big key, if you want to contribute and you are watching live, go ahead into the chat room right now, and hopefully somebody will post a link to that sheet, because we're going to go through as many as we need to until we find a good article. Usually we've had success with small town newspapers who do not have comment filtration, so there's nobody moderating their comments, and we can just leave hundreds of really positive comments.
Again, all of them good, all loosely themed around the same thing. Because again, the goal is like, we don't just want to say nice article, bro, but like we want to create something to be like, that's really weird that 500 people all said something positive at the exact same time on my article.
The first time that we did this was for a newspaper in Allentown, Pennsylvania, Easton, Pennsylvania specifically, about the Doobie Brothers.
Yep.
And it was such a gigantic web surge for the newspaper, the largest that they'd had in years, if not ever.
It was
they seriously in a meeting before they realized thought about upping their coverage on concerts, and if not the Doobie Brothers specifically, for whom
and
that
our stated
that
goal
was about.
Our stated goal was to have a moment of genuine confusion. And when you wrote the email saying, "Hey, we kind of did this thing. We just wanted to do something crazy," as I heard the story through you, so this is eighth hand, but they're sitting there in an all-hand meetings, and then they get your email explaining it, and the guy who wrote the article was like, "Motherfucker." You assholes are not gonna believe this.
Zula offers his suggestion, tongue in the tutor.
Tongue in the tutor. We already did TIB, man.
Yeah,
tongue
no,
in
that's-
the tutor.
not-
Tongue in the tutor. Let's see. All right, we got some options here. Somebody says that there's one that has Jay Brushwood comments, but it doesn't look like it does. I don't see it. I'm sure the doc is in there somewhere. This one says, "Cause crotches." Oh my God, can we do an Etsy thing? Can we compliment on Etsy? This is amazing.
Did you just call crochets crotches?
This is something. There's a shop on Etsy, and assuming we can post on Etsy, there's a shop on Etsy called Sexy Delights that appears to offer nothing but underwear, and this is just standard for the Loom underwear, with the word "eighth wonder of the world" printed over the crotch, and charging $20 for it. How are you feeling, Justin? Does this feel right to you?
It's a good start. It's a good start, but I feel like we can do better.
Okay, all right. Let me see what else I got for you. Also,
I like the
I don't know if
stuff
they're having
that's-
Wi-Fi moments or whatever, but it's super chunkalicious right now. What's up, Bonnie?
Exactly what I
I like
can
the
do.
stuff that seems a little bit banal, like there's nothing sensational.
Something under the
about it.
radar.
Yeah, just completely, totally under the radar. I think that's what was so hilarious about the first one, in Blackwater.
Do you know what we have? And I don't know. Again, you got to put a test comment on there for this to work. We have an article from the Daily Orange. Do you happen to know if that would work?
I'm pretty sure that they moderate, but that would be really great if we were able. I feel like I've tried this before and it didn't work.
Okay. By the way,
Somebody try and
much better
Jay.
now.
The way that we're going to test this is you need to get a comment through under the name Jay Brushwood.
Tony upsets Owens in GOP commission race. This one is thedigitalcourier.com. And again, I am waiting to see any comments down here. It looks like they're all curated. Could this be the end of compliment bombs?
It's gotten harder, every time we've tried to do it.
Yeah.
It has. I think last time we went to a small paper in Montana before we were able to find one in which it had unmoderated comments. So this is up to you, folks. We are leaving it up to Chatrealm.
Well, okay, I see that nobody has posted on. There's that Central Times one about the kid describing his acid trip. And it looks like it should be simple on the comments.
Carl is saying rows 6 and 7 have Jay Brushwood comments on them.
Okay, let me check this out. We'll look at Concert Association opens season celebrating a double anniversary. Oh my God! There it is. All right, so we have a legitimate one. This is our friend. That's great. What a sweet story by Jay Brush. Oh no, poor. I'm sorry, Jay. Let's see. Concert Association open season celebrating a double anniversary. Did that do anything for you? The Ramona Sentinel.
Oh, this seems right, Brian.
All right. We got one more. Let's take a look at this other one. We've got 6 and 7. You said right. The city is set to remove red light cameras, apparently. This is the Coast News. What do we got here? Nope, I don't see a Jay Brushwood comment. So I think we may have our. So it's either going to be Etsy or this other one.
No, I think Etsy's and Etsy. As soon as we get into Etsy, like that's permanent. Those are permanent listings, right? Like
and they're messing with people. Yeah, that's a good point.
All right. People are saying the Desert Dispatch. There's a Bob McBob in the chat room who says Desert Dispatch. That'll be our last one. If not, we're settling with the concert series. We're following the bright, shiny nose of Jay Brushwood, and we are marching forth on this compliment bomb.
It says the site uses Facebook for comments, which is unfortunate because this one's headline is Church's Chicken Closes.
Fucking alliteration headline. What a hack.
I love alliteration. Bonnie and Brian Brushwood.
Yeah, with...
No, yeah, it's great for names, but you didn't go to journalism school so you could rhyme some words or put the same letters. Come on.
Okay, so we're gonna do the Concert Association, right?
So go ahead. Since I am working on like the foggiest of internet connections here, can you go ahead and just read some of this story just so we get a sense? Because here's phase 2.
Yep.
Right. Phase 2 is that we find a little piece of this story that we are all going to compliment. We are all going to say something nice about this one part of the story. First, Brian, who wrote this story? Do we know?
The byline on this one is not on there. There's no byline. It doesn't say.
Staff.
What?
It's a staff article.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Ramona Concert Association will open its 2014-15 season October 4th, celebrating 2 anniversaries, their 30th, and concert headliner, the Four Preps' 60th. Ramona Concert Association began in 1985 as a dream of Olive Pierce Middle School's first principal, Charles R. Nunn. Nunn wanted to see the new school and its performing arts center used to present the finest of music to the students of residents of Ramona. That first concert in September of 1985 was a huge success, and the Concert Association has carried on for 30 years, keeping the dream of Mr. Nunn alive, said Marlene Robershaw, Association President. The Concert Association. All right, you got it. Is that enough?
I think we've got a pretty good idea. Brian, I think the Four Preps, that's where I'm going in terms of what we should shout out. Is there anything else that's sticking out to you?
I want some kind of phrase where you take one thing that's in there and you okay, say whatever you want, and you got to do like the Four Preps, more like the more heps, or I don't know, whatever. Like do that some kind of like the blank, more like the clever compliment word of it.
Also, there was the phrase "nuns focus on the youth," which I think is just gonna.
Wait, no, that's not complimentary. It's not complimentary.
Okay.
Yeah. By the way, it says it's posted by Maureen Robertson. Thank you, Maureen.
I also want every comment to end with "Great post, Maureen."
Okay. All right. Let's see if it's going anywhere. All right, we'll check back in on this later. Oh my God.
All right, here. No, just let's firm up the orders, right? We want everybody to post. We want everybody to say.
Oh, good old Dick Rand von Hunting taint.
What did he write, Brian?
I don't even know. He says the 4 Preps are my favorite. Their album 26 Miles is top of the tops. Hashtag T of T.
All right, listen, hold on,
The
wait. Scroll
T.
down a little bit. Somebody was talking jive about the Photoshop picture in the back. This is not how a compliment bomb goes. Do not be clever. Do not be mean. We
Nothing
are
but
only
nice.
being clever and kind.
Yes.
If you kind first, clever second. We need to be absolutely nice, and everyone must end with great post, Maureen.
You don't have to end with it because I feel like that tips it too much. There's got to be variety.
You're right, Brian. Post can also begin with great post, Maureen.
You can also say this is a very good article, Maureen. Thank you, or whatever. All right, look. Hey, can I tell you a story of a thing that happened this morning?
Yes, Brian, right after we talk about the beauty that is our Patreon page.
Oh my gosh, it's the most beautiful Patreon page I've ever seen. Sometimes I look at it and I'll pull down my pants and I'll take a dump and then I'll be all ashamed of myself and I'll say I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry, bosses. And then I apologize to the Patreon page and I'm like,
I like
I'm
to think that
sorry.
you're in the bathroom while this is happening. Like, there's nothing wrong with you taking a shit. Like, you need to take a shit. It's just something that you like to do around the Patreon page.
Do you realize we are up to 1,715 bosses who keep us alive and independent right now, man? Thank you so much.
So what are we going to do when we hit our Alex Jones?
1776? I'll tell you this much, Pierce. We're going to commence again. That is for damn sure.
I feel like we should do something really special once we hit the Alex Jones milestone.
Maybe we can wear costumes and actually act out as if it's a play. Can we produce the Alex Jones interview, the play, where we actually act everything out? Or
Oh my
mark
God!
a big chunk of it?
Yes, Brian. Yes, we can. Of course, we can.
All right. Well, if you want us to make Alex Jones interview, the play,
Here, even better, we will crowdsource and work with you guys to do Alex Jones, Morgan V. Jones, the musical.
No, I know. It's got to be the musical. We get Mike.
We will
TV up
sing
here.
the
Oh, shit.
heretofore
Mike
produced
TV?
musical version of Alex Jones and Piers Morgan once we hit 1776.
oh, that would be amazing. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Oh, by the way, real quick, if you're
I've been out
participating
here in DC and between Austin and DC, I've run into a bunch of other game runners here for the Go game, and we just been hanging out, bullshitting, talking about life, and like, you guys need to understand, and I mean, Chatrealm, how impressive you guys are when like I just casually mention that we have a Patreon that has done as well as it has, and we have an audience that like is as insane and crazy and collective and amazing as you guys are, because this it's, I mean, you just casually mention it and they're like, I might as well just be casually saying like, yeah, I have a snow leopard in my house.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
yeah, I mean, whatever. Yeah, you're hanging around, you have a snow leopard, it's just a thing.
So I'll tell you what, it's amazing to see how mighty Chatrealm is and present. You know, obviously people who are attracted to this show and enjoy it would, you know, be attracted to similar content. Gatawag, do you have that photo that you were alluding to earlier in the chat? Gatawag mentioned that in the front row of a certain Harmontown appearance is a certain T-shirt.
What?
Yeah. We'll see if he has it for us. I don't know. He's busy working
Was
right
that,
now.
it was him at the Austin one, or
No, it wasn't him. It was
what?
Take a little look, motherfucker. There we go. Zoom.
Oh my God!
What shirt is it?
Dude,
see.
it's our Diamond Club shirt. Look at that.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the
it's a
the
new
brand new
one.
logo. He's right there in the front row of a giant sold out like 2,000 people, or man, there's probably 600 people.
Where was that?
I don't know. Gatawag will have all of that information. Brant
By the way,
Hughes.
just send me pictures of you wearing your shirt in the wild.
Leon says, "Oh crap, that's me." That's amazing. This makes
That's
me
great.
extraordinarily happy.
Aren't you glad you weren't picking your nose?
this time, dude, that's awesome. Thanks for representing Leon. And
Oh, by
thank
the way,
you
do we
guys.
still have the just you're gonna get a shirt and you like it deal? Is that still on Scam Stuff?
That's an excellent question. And were we not going insane with the moving of operations out to Atlanta? Because we're kind of becoming a little bit professional in that we're having a fulfillment company send stuff out, and poor John has been busting his ass like 14-hour days every day making this happen, and I've been floating around like a leaf on the wind.
I see Ash kind of like,
Oh, do you know? Oh, no, okay. Ash,
what?
Don't worry.
Somebody else has been busting her butt too.
Oh shoot! Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, no. John's been working hard. Zach's been working hard.
Well, no. You only mention John because normally what you would do when I ask a question like that is immediately start texting or calling John and say, "John, what's the answer to this?" But he's been killing himself, so you're not going to do that, which is understood. But if I were you guys and John, presumably has the stuff plugged into Shopify, I would go look on scamstuff.com and see if that deal is still up there. Because if it's up there, then you can order it.
Well,
and if you can't, then Brian will kiss you on the mouth.
Unfortunately, please don't say that because the site is down. Fuck, Scam Stuff is down. Literally, it says, "Holy shit, Scam Stuff is down. What kind of cruel world is this?" I wrote like a 4-paragraph thing explaining that we were moving operations, so Scam Stuff is offline right now. I'm actually rather.
Are you guys staying down for the whole time? That
No. We have to go back up tomorrow, but this was like we just needed some kind of breathing room. So soon, soon you can get the T-shirt on there. Scam Stuff is down.
Well, Brian, speaking of the bright, beautiful, flickering life that is scamstuff.com being snuffed out, albeit temporarily, you have a story of endings yourself.
Well, of greater despair. For example, the ending of my fertility. Bonnie announced in no uncertain terms that the baby factory was closed, and and she would appreciate it if I stopped firing bullets into it. and so she
it's a very weird factory, the baby factory.
It's the shooting gallery is what we call it. Shooting gallery. Brian. It's like we'll play. She'll pull out the plastic ducks and go, "Here they come," and I'll go, chow, chow, chow. It's a classic game.
Which, to be fair, you've only hit 3 times. That's a pretty shitty average.
Yeah. Well, I only got 4 chances. I was proud.
I'm actually the greatest inseminator in all the land. Old Snake Dick Brushwood never misses a duck.
Rattle.
So
SDB.
Bonnie was really cool. She wasn't going to be one of these wives who like pressure her husband in there. Instead, she'd like, "Look, this is your decision. You make the appointment. I ain't going to pressure you into nothing." And so I'm like, all right, well, it's time. So I put in for a consultation. So this morning, I realized 15 minutes before my appointment, I'm like, oh, crap, I got to go to the vasectomologist. And so I hopped in the car and showed up at the urologist. And this is probably...
I have questions before we get to exactly what happened today. So... do you just like go on Yelp and look for like who cuts dicks and like is it like a friend of a friend, or do you have to strike up? You have to like talk to your dad and be like, "So Dad, I got to cut my balls. What's up with that?"
So actually, I asked my doctor, and he's like, "Oh no, this is the guy. He's the one to go." And what's funny is, right before I left, I was like, "Oh crap! I lost that email. I forgot my appointment." So I searched for urologist or the guy's last name. I think I had it on a card, and I found. 2 emails came up in Gmail. One was the confirmation of my appointment. The other was an email from like 6 years ago from Martin Thomas of Spill.com and Double Toasted saying, "Yo, dog, this is your guy."
So he's like known about Austin?
Yes. And so he was the one who was like, this is the guy you got to go. And so I felt really good going into it.
More questions. Justin Young, Associated Press. Martin knows about dick cutters?
Well, he had his that's who he had. I'm going to his guy. And so
he came out of it with a recommendation in mind.
Yes.
So like this.
Well, okay. Look, we're hanging out, and it's Johnny Neal and Martin Thomas and a few other people. We're just hanging out, and they're all talking about how their dick cutting or ball cutting, whatever, something got cut. And then like, oh my God, this guy, and I was like, well, I don't know, we have only had 2, but it might be over. And they're like, well, if you do, this is your guy, and he totally sent me an email like recommendation on there. So as Droth says in the chat, 5 stars, would sterilize again. So
all right, so you get there. So I mean, I feel like, man, we should have compliment bombed this motherfucker's website.
Not yet. We'll see afterwards. So I drive over, I show up late, and first of all, it's weird because it turns out urologists do other things than cut your testicles off, right? They so there's a bunch of people with various urinary tract issues because it's their specialty, right? And,
sure.
I show up and it's it's early and I'm just like
if you're gonna take a guess, Bri,
yeah,
I hate to cut you off.
Sure.
Where is nut cutting? Like, if you were to say that all of their services are the McDonald's menu and the most popular is the Big Mac, where is nut cutting?
I'm gonna say not quite the McRib, but bigger than the double cheese with bacon.
So the chicken nuggets, maybe?
Yeah, bigger than a fillet of fish. I'll say around fillet of fish.
I say it's
right.
a milkshake.
Oh, dude, no, okay, I see what you did there.
See, now, Bonnie, you go in wanting a milkshake, but at the end of it, you're just getting water.
You go in wanting a milkshake, you walk out with a fish sandwich. Okay.
Whoa.
Wait, I'm just all right. It was a vagina comment. There's a studio audience here, ladies and gentlemen.
Does McDonald's serve tacos? That would have been better.
So here's what happens. So I go up and I'm late, so I'm filling everything out, and I don't want to have to reschedule my appointment. I'm like, yeah, this, whatever, recommended by this guy. I don't know. But it's like I'm not on. Like you know how it is. Like when you're on and everyone knows or whatever, you just you're off. You got your hat on. You're like, I don't know. I'm doing my thing. And so they call my name and they hand me a cup and they're all like, do me a favor. We need a sample. So go into the bathroom. And so I go into the bathroom. I close the door and then it hits me that I don't know what substance they want a sample of.
Because again, it's either lemonade or Greek yogurt.
And it's like I deliberate, and I'm like, well, I'd rather err on the one side than the other. So I take a piss in the cup, and then and I put it in, and I'm like, all right, here we go.
Whoa! You're in your head, right? And you find piss less embarrassing to come out with than jizz?
Yes. Do you know why? Because I'm gonna walk out, and there's gonna be there's a fucking room full of 60-year-olds who are either going to know I took a leak or jerked off in the bathroom. And so I'd much rather they knew I took a leak than did that,
but
right?
Like, at the same time, if you just handed them a cup full of jizz and then they had to come back to you and be like, oh, I'm sorry, maybe we weren't clear. That might be the funniest moment in anyone's life.
Maybe we weren't clear, but this certainly is now. So okay, so I do. I pee in a cup and I go back and then they take me to the room. Oh, and then they're like, "Hey, by the way, Dr. So and So has a doctor shadowing him." And I'm like, yeah, that's whatever. And then they say, it's a girl.
Oh my God!
I don't know if you know
by
this.
the way, I feel like you have immediately become a sign of our times, a cultural barometer character in a comedy a period comedy 50 years from now about where we are now. In an era where gender means far less, where, of course, there are male and female doctors in any and all walks of life because they are just the best people for the job. And you are the person that represents where we are now, who's like, there's a female doctor shadowing our doctor, and you're like, what? Like,
Okay. I don't know if you know this about me, Justin, but I'm terrified of unintentional boners.
Listen, Brian, I believe this is explained very thoroughly on Night Attack. Enjoy the Garden, available now on iTunes and Amazon.
So here's the thing, right? I've never met this doctor. I've never been to this office. I have no idea anything. But they say the word, like, by the way, it's a girl, and I feel the beginning unintentional flood of blood.
No!
like I told you, man. You describing that Greek yogurt got me semi-erect. Like that's how easy it begins. Like they said the word girl, and it went, and I was like, stop.
Brian, when it comes to dicks, if we're all playing Street Fighter 2, you're playing Street Fighter 2 Turbo. That is a fucking quick draw cock.
Okay, and it did, but I only felt the beginnings, but I became immediately terrified, right? And I'm like, whatever, it won't matter. It's gonna be, she'll make it very not awkward. it'll be somebody who's, she'll be in scrubs. She'll look disinterested and just be hanging out or whatever. And so by
the way, none of that really made her sound any less attractive.
Right.
Like it's like she'll have just one rim glasses and she's gonna have a devil may care attitude and she's gonna make a few jokes. Like that sounds like a very attractive female doctor.
So then it comes time, and I'm sitting there waiting, and then they come in together, and he's totally cool.
Oh, the way Counting Coup in the chat room referring to your Street Fighter 2 Turbo cock suggests as a title, Hardickin!
Hardickin! So the door opens, and they walk in, and she's like 27 and so well, and again, like she is all of a sudden, like any fears of that go away because she looks do you know what Vi Hart looks like? This is, I'm gonna regret saying this, but she has a similar build, adorable and nice.
Tits.
What's that?
You said build and then you made tit hands?
No. I was trying to do shoulder hands, but whatever. I fucked it up and did tit hands, as one does. But at any rate, not a sexual thing at all. And I'm so proud of myself because I'm like I ain't worried about any of this. This is all fine. I'm like interested. But then I'm just like super awkward about myself and being there and having this discussion. And so the doctor, all of a sudden, I didn't realize this until after when I was driving home, that fucking this doctor's talking to me and he's got an audience. Like, just like I'm on now because there's an audience, this motherfucker was on because he had an audience, right? And again, he's a good guy. Great. I'm sure once we do all this, I'll be able to recommend him highly. But he spends the whole consultation pretty much explaining two things. Don't freak out, bro. It'll be fine. Number two, you realize this is permanent. And then number three, but seriously, if you change your mind, we can reverse it. make sure to come back. So at any rate, it's a standard talk or all this stuff. Then it comes to a part where he's like, well, let me make sure I can feel your vas deferens. Like, this is the part where he's like, well, I need to, oh shit, no. Okay, so he says, well, you're 39 years old and you're obviously in great shape. And what do you suppose I say, Justin?
You mean like, what, you mean this fat belly? And then you pulled your shirt up and you talked to him for 45 minutes with your belly button and said, oh, I'm a fat pig. No one loves me, not even the 3 girls I have.
Okay, right. That's pretty much it. However,
and then you did the truffle shuffle awkwardly for the next hour and a half, and everybody just left and went home.
That's very close to what happened. Only I mentioned the one thing that I shouldn't have. I made it so much worse. I very casually said, well, I'm a little softer than I should be. I just had a stressful 4 months working on this TV show. And he's like, oh, okay, right on. And so, and then, you know, what TV show or whatever. And so, so here's the thing. It comes to the part where he's going to cut my balls. He's going to feel around for the thing that he's going to snip later on, right? And then he says, here's a fact that I'm going to overshare. I am fairly comfortable with my body, but I am a grower. There's growers and showers, Justin. It turns.
Whoa! Wait. So hold on. You feel the need to explain to the doctor why your dick is going to be smaller than he might think?
No, this is me telling you this because I so awkwardly am fumbling open my pants and pull out what for all the world. Keep in mind also, I didn't groom because why would I want to impress my urologist?
So you're a fucking wild thornberry.
I awkwardly fumble open my pants and pull out like a toddler dick, and then he reaches down and I'm thinking the whole time, and then he's just like, and I can't remember the order of this, but she's like, you know, but she's very polite, very professional in the corner. He's like, so what's this TV show? And so I'm like, it's a show.
Why are these guys in your hand?
And so he's like, well, how did that happen? I was like, well, I also host this other show on YouTube. It's called Scam School, and it's like all I could think of is that this is all she's gonna watch this fucking show, and she's gonna be like I saw that you know fucking half a thumb. It's like so anyway.
Now you're worried so much about fucking you know, the fact that your dick's out. It looks as if a worm has split out of Albert Einstein's head for as ungroomed as your pubis is. And they're asking you,
which only makes it look smaller. It's like, Jesus.
The half visual in.
Hold on. I think I might be getting yelled at.
Yeah. I think Justin's getting. Though I'm so glad that Justin's leaving. Now's a really good time for us to.
My God, Brian.
It was a bit of a moment.
Now wait.
Yeah.
Was it the guy or the girl that was?
Girl didn't say a word. Girl didn't say.
Okay.
Well, she obviously was. You know, there was a reason she was shadowing him, right? She was following because she was learning, which meant that you listen and pay attention to my fucking toddler dick. Now,
in hindsight, right? Let's go fucking. We're in the Bill and Ted a phone booth. We can go back in time. We can
going
take
through
your
the
place.
vast deference of time.
Do you give it the little fur-elise?
No.
How's your father?
No. I'm too awkwardly standing there. Okay, so we get through this, and then it's like, well, we got to schedule the appointment. And he's like, well, I prefer to do Fridays, but we'll work around your schedule. We'll do whatever you want. And I'm like, great. And so you know, we shake hands, leave. And it comes time to schedule the appointment. And the chick's like, well, you know, he likes Fridays. You want to do Fridays? And I was like, yeah, as soon as you can. Like, next Friday. You got an opening this Friday? And she's like, no, we don't. And I was like, what about next Friday? And he's like, he's on vacation. I was like, what's the next Friday then? She's like, great. What time do you want? We pick a time. And then she's like, also, that's Halloween. And I'm like... and so I'm like, whatever.
Like, well, I was planning on going as a dog, but I guess I'll be a bitch.
I'll tell you. Wow, that was well played, sir. So here's what I'm wondering: is like, do I dress up my nutsack or something? Like, would this be a hilarious thing for him to tell later? Like, this one motherfucker comes rolling in for Halloween, and I pull it down, and it's little.
Yes, you do.
Man, you should paint it up like fucking Dayglow skulls, like the kids who fucking chased Daniel LaRusso in Karate Kid.
Yes.
What?
A sugar skull. Yeah.
Fucking all. God damn it.
Imagine how hilarious it would
Candy
be
cornet.
if you pull down
wait.
your pants and it's a Dia de los Muertos skull fucking staring back at him. People are suggesting a Guardians of the Galaxy.
Wait.
Groot dick.
Hey,
Groot dick.
wait. Oh, this could be dangerous. I don't know. I think somebody ought to go to Etsy and look up
Costumes for your dick. They're all going to be like
Dick
sexy or
cozies?
whatever.
They make
You get. What if we?
They
sleeves.
make like little like
Oh, Jesus.
for when it's cold.
All right.
All right. People are saying. Someone said this, and it might be the perfect thing. Low
Costumes?
maintenance. It's not going to be a big thing. You just fucking take those two, like those stick 'em on googly eyes, and put one on each nut.
The so-called vandalize.
You vandalize your own nuts.
Oh
I
my
bet-
God!
Man, we know the people that do that shit. Bonnie Burton and fucking Ann Wheaton.
That's what I'm saying.
Are the vandalized people?
Yeah.
They would get a fucking kick. They would probably send you a full
Oh
package
wow!
of vandalized
a
eyes.
free pair of googly eyes for a lifetime of embarrassment. I don't know. Maybe I will.
What do you mean a lifetime of? Oh, I'm sorry, Brian. If it wouldn't be the funniest thing that has ever happened to you, we could bring it back to this show. Like, you are now honored bound to do it.
I'll tell you
bit.
what, Jesus, you're
Little
right.
bit.
I feel like I should go in with maybe like a Ninja Turtles headband on over my eyes. Be like, it's Halloween. I got dressed up. I just thought it'd be funny. Make sure like he sees me in costume. Like, well, I guess here we go. And then blah, spread eagled, and he's looking at googly-eyed Dick. Like, what's up, bro? Host a scam school. It's my thing. Googly-eyed Dick.
Scam school. Oh, yeah.
Scrote school.
Well,
Oh,
to
yeah.
do this trick, all you need is a couple of googly eyes and a pair of nuts.
Snip school.
Snip school. Oh yeah.
Hey, man. So that was my morning. How was yours?
Good God, Brian. I'll tell you what. It's fucking so nice. I wanted to send an email about it, but fuck if I can. I go into my email. It's infested.
What?
With all sorts of
crabs?
ne'er-do-wells and goblins.
Oh.
Yeah, right on. With googly eyes and wait, you got the spam?
I got Brian.
Dude, you want to get that
Got the
cleared up?
spam.
I know a guy. I highly recommend him. Haven't tried him yet. Gonna see him on Halloween.
I got some spam on my dick. My dick is what I call my inbox.
You know what? You should get rid of that.
It's
You should get that
personal.
cleared up.
It's shorter than I'd like it to be.
Aw.
Your inbox
And
list?
it's disease to all hell because I can't get the spam out, Bri.
Look, of course, don't say that. You could get the spam out of anything.
No.
Look, I know some guys. You go see our friends. Dr. Mailroute is it .net?
Mailroute.net.
Yeah, mailroute.net. Get that cleared up. What they do is they're gonna spread your legs back. They're gonna cut open a small incision. Now keep in mind, this is permanent. You're never gonna have spam again. Although you can reverse it. You can get spam back if you want it later.
If I really want, okay.
Yeah,
it's just a small incision on my MX record.
Correct. What they do is they pull out the MX record and they're going to cut the link between where all the spam travels, and they're going to fold it back on itself so it heals, and you will have no spam. Thanks to our friends over at MailRoute. Again, cannot stress this enough. Your lack of spam will be permanent unless you feel like reversing it at any time.
Wow. And then truly, Mailroute is my boner, yeah.
Yeah, man. Look.
Mailroute.net. Use offer code Night Attack, and you will, you can just eliminate spam from your life.
That's right. Go to the old shooting gallery.
Or actually, no. Mailroute.net/Night Attack.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Yeah, we really ought to learn this one of these days. Mailroute.net/Night Attack. Gonna go ahead and double check that it's right. Mailroute.net/Night Attack. Yeah, that is correct. You can sign up for a free 15-day trial and then go back. Although, seriously, it's permanent unless you want to reverse it.
I'm actually, you want to know what? I'm actually I've been thinking, I'm kind of done with Gmail. I feel like I need to graduate to another mail thing that has Mailroute on it.
I never got to tell you my real life problem. What I used to do is I used to always forward brian@schwood.com over to schwood@gmail.com, and I would just rely on Gmail spam filtering. Turns out Gmail changed their policies, and now you can't do a forward. If it's not like a known direct thing, you can't receive it. So I had to, now I set Gmail to check my brian@schwood.com again. For the first time, I'm swimming in spam, and I find myself awkwardly writing our friends at MailRoute like, hey guys, like for reals, I kind of have a spam problem now. Can I get set up with a whatever? They're like, yes, use this code, and make sure to talk about how great it is. So it's like now I'm in it, dude. I'm actually in the mail route wheelhouse here.
Yeah, I feel like I need to do it. Because like Gmail's nice. I'll always have my Gmail account, but I feel like I just need a business account. It's not personal.
Yeah,
it's just business,
dude. That's a quote from a guy who made a quote about another thing on another program. At any rate, yeah, thank you to our friends over at MailRoute. Hey, you want to check in and see how our compliment bomb is doing?
Brian, it's a piece of cake to bake a pretty cake, but you gotta tell a story about his nuts cutting to fucking give it time to fucking blooms. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these comments.
All right, let's take a look here. We got, I don't know, I guess they don't vote these. Holy crap, we have 141 comments, beginning with, awesome article, Maureen, thanks. The 4 Preps are my favorite. Their album, 26 Miles, is top of the tops. T-O-T-T. Let's see, Jay Brushwood. Fat Man, are you able to see all these?
Yeah. Will I be able to get front row seats, says White People Rich?
The 4 Perps is what somebody called him. Somebody says, oh, go ahead.
Jury says None was a visionary whose ideas were second to none.
Great post,
Great post, Maureen.
I knew that a check could double anniversary if you. I knew a check. I think they meant chick. Steve take two. Steve McTillatooter says, I knew a chick that could double anniversary if you know what I mean. Met her at Hollywood High as well. What a coinkydink. Wonder if this concert will be released on Laserdisc.
On Laserdisc.
I really appreciate their appearance on the Pat Boone show. Holy crap, there's a lot of these. Do you have any favorites you want to point out?
Well, I'm seeing these for the first time here. Crimson Zombie, go up a little bit further.
Oh,
Crimson Zombie is a major contributor to my local association. Allow me to stand up and clap for this wonderful news. Maureen, well done.
Oh my God. Let's see. We got some.
Let me just say, the point of this, right, is to be really nice.
Yes, exactly.
Because there's some people in there not being nice. And listen, all we need to do is just make sure that the nice comments even further overwhelm the negative one. But again, there's plenty of times when we are very, very snarky and mean to each other.
Yeah, we're not interested.
This is not the time.
All right, this one comes from Ben S. The 4 Preps, more like top 4 Preps. They've come so far. Also, thanks for posting all the pricing information on the ticket. I hate searching for them. Great post, Maureen. See, now we're getting somewhere. That's ideal.
There we go. Winston Thurston, the 4 Preps. Scroll up, right? The 4 Preps are it's like the white Manhattans. This show is amazing. If they make it until their next show in the area, you should definitely pop in. Maureen, you have outdone yourself this season. My sweet damn.
Rick Roller says, I was feeling sad and lonely before reading this article. Not anymore. Great post, Maureen. Let's see. Oh, see, look, this is sweet. It's just, here you go. Happy 60th and 30th. Wow. Truly top of the pops. T of the T. Ira Sockman says, the 4 Preps are a great group. I'm happy. I'm so happy they're. I'm sorry. Actually, could you read this in character for me?
Yeah. Ira Sockman, the 4 Preps are a great group, and I'm so happy they're celebrating a milestone event at the great venue. I want to bring my entire firm to the show. Excellent post, Maureen. Pretend I'm not here.
Yes! Chad Johnson says, OMG, this has nothing to do with Minecraft, but that's okay. And OMG is clarified as our Maureen is great. What else we got?
There was a Jimmy Thurgood up there.
Oh, James Thurgood? Yeah, here we go. Wonderful read, Maureen. Oh, sorry, go ahead. That's Jimmy Thurgood's.
Hey, Jimmy Thurgood here. Wonderful read, Maureen. Bob Duncan from the Diamonds is a true performer.
From the Diamonds. I see what he did there. Let's see. Indiana Neil says, the 4 preps, the 4 props from me. Props for giving 20 free tickets to 20 students. Do it for the children. Happy anniversary. Great post, Maureen.
By the way, if you were listening to this on the audio or video version, bit.ly/capital C compliment, capital B bomb 1014 is where you can see this article.
Edward R. Murrow says, I, Edward R. Murrow, have come back from the afterlife to award you my own award. The Edward R. Murrow Award for Excellence in Article Writing of the Concert-Themed Variety.
That might be my favorite thing that the internet's ever done.
Oh my God, she's going to be so confused. This is great. I saw the 4 preps open for Pasa Posse at Bob's Chuckle Hut back in 1993. They were great, just like your post, Maureen. Oh my God, this is great. Good deal. Fat Rick says something. What's he saying?
That's me, Fat Rick. Great post, Maureen. I think tickets are $15 too cheap. These are worth at least $50. Fat Rick.
Oh, pizza. Man, I'm still looking. All right, that's thanks, Obama. Man, this concert had me crying tears of joy. Great post, Maureen. Thanks for inspiring me. Some of these are not getting the nice thing right.
No, I mean, come on, guys. That's like, it's, jeez. I mean, all right, that's fine. I mean, anybody who's seeing it can see it, but you know, it's just, that's not the point, right? If we all pull in the same direction, we can make miracles happen. That's all.
Here's a positive one. Jason Murphy says, "Where's the scotch?" Ray Select says, I remember I got stung by a bee once at a concert. Thanks, Maureen. It's amazing. Oh my God. Vlad Putin says a bunch of stuff in Cyrillic.
Can you Google Translate it? Because I'm
totally.
sure it's just Google Translated. Googly Eyes says, I fell once on stage at concert.
Translate. Translate.google.com. I am. Let's see. He goes, I would like to do this in your wonderful series of concerts, but I do not dare to enter the imperialist country. Maybe one day the 4 preps could do it in Russia and visit me in the Kremlin. My good friend Edward Snowden will be there with his great friend. Maybe we could have a threesome when they are already here.
Oh, no.
He's a weird guy, man. Listen, what you don't understand is Russian culture. You know, it's a very, very direct culture.
I don't. They're very literal, that people. What he means is to get together with the 3 of you. All right, look, thanks for everyone for paying some positivity forward for the most part. Oh, wow.
That's a little it's a little disappointing. I mean, because like that's kind
quick.
of like the one thing that we can always, but I think it's part of growing bigger, right? Like, you know, sometimes you just get a bunch of silly geese.
James Hetfield said, love the 4 preps. Thanks for the post, Marine.
Dude, and he also says Metallica would love to open for you guys.
Wait,
great.
Yeah, totally. I read the wrong thing. I was disengaged because I was dealing with the tech issue. Hey, man, do you want to do Diamond Time?
Yes, I do. I do want to do Diamond Time. Brian, you too can be part of Well, I mean, not you, because you can just say whatever the fuck you want on the show. But I do want to let everybody know that Diamond Time is the way that you can get your project shouted out here on the show. All you got to do is go on over to our subreddit. That is diamondclub.reddit.com. Again, diamondclub.reddit.com. Not only is it a great place, listen. All right. Can we do just a really quick, gigantic recognition on the reclamation project that Diamond Club did this week?
Yeah. Yes. Don't know if you heard, but there were some bandwidth issues, and apparently there wasn't room to store some of the episodes of our previous incarnation of the show, and so unfortunately the plug had to be pulled on them. But again, in true Diamond Club fashion, instantly and with zero hesitation, the Belt Bet Reclamation Society formed, and they recaptured all the episodes. I believe they got all bajillion of them. Is that right?
Dude, everything in HD is on YouTube yet again, and this happened within 48 hours because our podcast feeds on our previous home were deleted, as well as the YouTube channels were deleted. This happened all in the dead of night with no warning, and
without our knowledge. Like we're too dumb to even know how to begin doing that. And you guys just happened. It was automatically. It's like there are. I said we have in studio, we have Jaime Tensor guy here, and there's this moment when the whole house was alive with kind of the general chaos of getting ready, making this transition from scam stuff, and you got people working and playing, and the kids are running around and stuff, and our other guests, Ash and Chris, showed up, and there was this moment that I turned to Jaime, I was like, it's a pretty good little family we got here, and Jaime was like, oh, yeah, no, your kids are lovely. And I was like, I wasn't talking about the kids. And it was like I was really feeling it today. It's precious to me what Chatrealm makes positive or possible.
Now, listen, I don't know why these things went away, right? I am but a Russian bride. I do not know your customs. But I do know this. If you are to ascribe the most malicious intent to these episodes disappearing from their former home, then you would picture to yourself the Grinch stealing all the presents from Whoville and then coming down to the ledge of his mountain so he could hear what he would assume to be them crying and moaning about how Christmas was gone. And instead, that Grinch, like whoever, as you might imagine the most malicious version of this story could be, would instead hear...
12 more seconds. 12 more seconds. Keep it
going.
going.
They would hear a big song come up from Diamond Club, because we do not pout. We indeed make sure that we ring clear with the following song that will begin.
This is what it sounded like. This is... Oh, wait, what? Sing it! Sing it!
Looking for a city. There will be
All right, that's enough of that. Look, here's the important thing. Is that you responded with joy and love, and Christmas is real, and you're real, and my love for you is real. Also,
so this whole Diamond Time goes out to everybody that helped put those episodes up. Thank you guys absolutely so much. We had California Carl and Chat put in Diamond Time a few. Just listen, there's been a lot of weird, nonsense that's happened between
silly boy nonsense.
Between us and Twit, but he says instead of focusing on what happened in the last 2 weeks, let's focus on what happened the 4 years before that. So he recommends episode 4 of NSFW, throwing up on camera. Episode 23, Amtrekker gets kicked from the chat room. Episode 39, the Debit Daddy. 52, freaking out on Colleen Kelly. 63, the Troll Pope and Southern Lawyer versus Gumshoe. Episode 65, Amtrekker gets cream pied. Episode 96, laser discs. 103, Glape. 116, Mother Teresa dropping a wet one. And 117, Ali Spagnola.
Holy cow, man. We've had some adventures.
Classic.
That's great. Yeah, no, and as always, we thank you guys for being there for us from the beginning. We got another one by any chance?
Sorry for the clip show. That's what you guys should call this.
Yeah, jeez.
Get it? Clip snip show.
Oh, sorry for the snip show. Got it. Yeah, that's what we should do.
All right, so here we go. Night Song will be performing rock and roll on the 16th of the 16th and 17th century in Ohio. And oh wait, we already.
Oh yeah, we did this one, but still, you should definitely go see them.
So go ahead, go see that. Yeah, if you would like your Diamond Time up there, go ahead on over to the diamondclub.reddit.com.
Which, by the way, I'm finally now that I'm home, I can take some time and I can invest putting some stuff up. For example, I put up something of yours that I stole and put on my channel.
Oh, look at that.
It's the new Scam School episode.
Hi, welcome to Scam School. Hi, I have no pants on. Pick a hand. Pick a hand.
This is the money's in the explanation here. The secret.
And people trick people. When you say pick a hand, the bigger one might be the one that has the one. Like if there's a marble, it might be a big marble, and it might make your hand get bigger. They might pick it, and you might be right.
All right, whatever. But the point is it's adorable, and we participate. We read all that stuff, and you guys are fantastic. Everyone go to Diamond.
And for those of you listening who have no idea what the hell's happening, that was an episode of Scam School that I shot and directed, featuring Josie Brushwood in the Brian role and the Penny Brushwood as the random person at the bar role. It was very, very funny. It was just. And that's the kind of hilarious stuff you're going to see on the Diamond Club Reddit.
And you can find that link at diamondclub.reddit.com.
Yeah, and the bigger one might be the one.
That's the secret, buddy. Bigger one might be the one. Diamond time is over. What else we got, man? Normally this... Shoot, we've got to figure out the movie draft and all that stuff. Oh, wait. No, wait. Whatever. I forgot everything. I don't have any notes. I have no idea what direction we're going. I don't know if you know, things have been
okay, well, hold on.
lately.
Yeah, all right. So people have been asking about the winter movie draft. For the last few years, the winter movie draft has been was a frame rate thing. I assume now the successor to Frame Rate, Cord Killers, would do it. So yeah, that's up to you and Tom when you guys schedule it. But I assume we're having it.
Yeah, I guess. Are you free on Monday? Shoot! Here's a little teaser for you. Found myself at a shindig out in Austin where I ran into Alamo Drafthouse founder Tim League.
Yes.
Had the chance to tell him a little story about this idea of a movie draft, which he found very engaging and thought would be a really fun thing. And I said, well, during the summer we do teams, and he has said that he would like to, and again, none of this is guaranteed, who knows if it'll work out or not, but he said he would love to do a Alamo Drafthouse team and compete in our summer movie draft league. How amazing would that be?
That's insane. That's great. I'm so looking forward to it. I had an idea.
Oh shoot! I also told him I just gushed about what a fan I was, and it's like, and I said, look, I got to tell you this story. It's a long wait around, but hold on for this. So I tell him the 5-minute story of the Diamond Club book. And I get through the whole thing. I get to the fact that it hit, it upset one of the 50 Shades books and all that stuff. And I get to how long it stayed on there, how many were sold. And then I get to the part where I say, and the best part is the address of the Diamond Club is, and I just pointed. And he's like, wait, the San Francisco location? And I was like, yup. And he's like, shut up. And I was like, I don't think you realize what a fan of the Draft House we are, man. It's.
That's amazing. That is so good. So now he knows that if there's any kind of, freak nasty sex pots that are trying to get all up in the San Francisco Draft House, that's why.
I believe he even tweeted out a comment about it, and it was a bit of a
He
wink.
did, and I don't think that because you retweeted it or quoted it, and I didn't even really get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was odd.
But now hopefully everybody will. He tweeted about there's going to be a lady demographic coming to the brand new San Francisco location.
Correct.
But it was because you had told him that, because to be honest, you came up to me and you're like, I told him about the Diamond Club book. And I'm like, that's awesome. I don't know why you would talk to him about the Diamond Club book.
Shit. Also, I told him all about Guyana Buffalo and stuff. This was he was referencing that as well. That's amazing. Dude, I'm so glad I was able to connect him with the Possum Posse as well.
Hell yeah, man. We went to go see the Possum Posse. Me and Bon.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Oh, that's right. How was it?
Yes, it was fantastic. Lots of kids running around with balloon animals, and it was nice.
Were they dancing as they were singing about Ginsu knives cutting jugulars and then they died?
It was a little of a disconnect. That was probably the strangest, and they're having to edit on the fly, so it was amusing to Justin and I. We're like,
They cut himself in the jugular and he died. You hear that, kids?
Oh, and it was also going out live broadcast
on the radio. Yeah.
So they're trying to.
So yeah, it's live on the radio. So the Possum Posse are playing, right? And number one, it's a family situation. Number two, they have to abide by FCC guidelines. And if you have ever watched the Possum Posse perform live, they talk a lot about the fact that their most recent album has about half the songs are about domestic violence. Yes. And they normally joke about these are a bunch of songs about domestic violence. So they're doing their normal concert patter, but they keep talking about well, that was a song about domestic incident. And they keep talking about domestic incident, which is it's what, taking out the trash, making sure that the milk is fresh. There's a lot of domestic incidents,
domestic disputes, I guess, or did they sing their Shots song with the Golden Girls theme?
No, they did. Well, we didn't save till the very, very end, so they might have. But they did do their mashup of "Let's Get It On" and Miss Jackson.
Oh, that's great.
But no, they were great, and there was a lot of songs that they played that I had not heard before. So I don't know whether it was on an earlier album or on a more recent one. But I talked to Jomo. Jomo said that the focus for the band going forward is going to be YouTube. So if you're very excited about that, I think you should encourage them by tweeting them at the Possum Posse and say, I want more Possum Posse YouTube videos. I sure fucking do.
Dude, no doubt, man. Look, I mean, they ain't no dummies. They see what resonates automatically. And I think that I'm glad to see it, man. It's I think that everyone's in music land is raised to believe that there's this ladder, and that's the great myth of life. That's the great lie, is that there is a ladder. You want to get ahead, you fucking start stacking up some chairs and then leap over and take down Donkey Kong and fucking punch your balls in his face and ask him to give you a vasectomy with his teeth. And then he'll explain that it's permanent until you want to reverse it.
It's not.
Unless you want to reverse it.
All right, Brian, before we wrap things up, let's go ahead and take a look at the compliment bomb. Again, we have been filling the hearts and minds of Maureen.
Yeah, let's take a look here. I can't find the link because I must have closed it, which is why
I do know it is bit.ly/C compliment B bomb 1014, if I remember correctly.
And bomb 1014. Oh, today's date. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so let's go back to the bottom. Let's see what else we got. We'll start from the bottom now until we get to the repeats here. Hey, Amtrekker just commented.
Hey, good job, Maureen. I'm traveling across the country now following these guys. This article changed my life.
Bobama commented, Bobama.
Yeah. What now? What your four preps? Bobama.
Edward R. Murrow won't shut up from the grave. He's really excited and wants to give another award. Let's see. My sweet damn, this got a lot of hype. Can you be on? Let's just keep on going here. Oh, did you see that that Nat Geo tweeted that they are excited to that they'd love to see Brian return for hacking the system?
That's too bad because the show failed.
No. Okay.
Stop now.
They did 2 episodes and they didn't put any more on. That's the universal sign for the show failing.
I'm going to assume. I'm sorry. I'm just going to assume that it's kind of. I'm not comfortable making an announcement. Let me just read to you the actual tweet from National Geographic Channel. That's Nat Geo. Let's see. Somebody was asking.
It's actually a retweet from Brian Brushwood.
Yeah, dang it. Sorry. Yeah, no, it's one of those fake RTs. Let's do this. I'm going to.
All right, I'm pulling it up here now. It says Nat Geo Channel. Kyle Murphy wrote to them, if I had to pick watching at Schwood on Night Attack Show or a new episode of Mike Dodge on Nat Geo, what choices should I make and why? Nat Geo responding to Kyle out of a mention. He didn't send that message to them. Says, we can't wait for Schwood to be back with hacking the system, but clearly Mick Dodge is a can't miss. And then...
and did my response show up there too?
Yeah, it says, I mean, that's pretty much an airtight argument right there. Well, I think that everybody should let Nat Geo know that our patience is wearing thin. And if they
No, stop talking. Not even funny. Not even funny.
no,
Very
no,
unfunny.
no.
And you said those words, and I wish you could unsay them. How about we not say anything except for?
How about we don't say anything?
Let's go.
How about we all say something in our hearts and know that we're very excited for Brian to be on television.
And not through our fingers.
Yes.
Thank you.
Compliment bomb. bit.ly/capital C capital B compliment bomb 1014. Man, dude. It was
also, I got called out today, Brian.
By whom?
You know, Bonnie, you have to deal with this with the girls at school. You know, there's just kind of the bullies on the block.
Oh, yes. We talked about
Right.
that a little bit.
I got bullied today, Brian.
What?
By whom? But
No,
what?
Notorious strongmen, Scott Johnson and Brian Ibbett.
Oh,
Trying to be on their show, making jokes, okay? And next thing you know, they start, hey, when are you going to sing for me? When are you going to sing for me? You and Brian should sing for me. And I'm like, listen, I've got fucking boundaries here, guys. Like, I'm very shy, and I'm very nervous about public appearances. And they said, ooh, well, you're supposed to sing, monkey boy. So I feel like we're going to need to acquiesce and sing on their show. Also, we promised them that we would if we lost. And then we
First
lost.
of all, you have a very curious understanding of this word we when you say we promise them anything. Because I believe
I remember you about to say it. You were like, ah. And then I'm like, whoa, Bri, I think I know what you're saying. And then I just said, but I feel like we were on the same page.
That's so weird because the way I remember it is that I went on the show and people are saying, hey, Justin was on a show that you weren't on and promised you would sing Endless Love if you lost. And then I said, hey, why'd you do that? And you're like, oh, whatever. It's not like we're going to possibly lose to them.
I mean, the way I remember it was, maybe you weren't there with me, but I mean, like, you were with me.
For those audio
Up
listeners,
there.
for those audio listeners, he's pointing up above. with
I feel
the-
like this is my only way to get out of things that I have nothing else to say. Is I'm just going to point to the air.
Yeah, we just got to say, like, there's one man who was there. And then
See, what happened was, so anyway, I shot my dumb fat mouth off, and
Look,
we
man,
got
I got you.
caught in
I got you
and
back.
now we have to sing Endless Love. And I'll sing lead, you can sing harmonies, and that'll be fine.
Yeah, no, we got this. I'm gonna back your play, buddy. I'm 100% on. We'll tune in. We'll sing our hearts out. When you want to do this, like as soon as possible.
Well, just whatever Tuesday at, I guess it would be 10 a.m. Tuesdays at 10 a.m. is when I'm on, or probably 10:15, 10:20.
Right on.
So the next Tuesday you have available at that time, we're gonna have to do it.
So if I remember the lyrics correctly, Endless Love goes, looking for endless love. Endless love is awesome.
Hey, you guys.
I love endless love.
You guys,
Is that how it goes?
I value
think so.
Cowgirl Curtis's involvement in the chat, and you guys are really pushing the envelope on that relationship. So.
My love will never end. Endless love forever.
Looking for some endless love. All right.
Is that before or after the surgery?
Shots fired. by
Bonnie
Bonnie.
just high
She's not gonna have
fived.
any more shots
I
fired at
didn't
her.
initiate it. Yeah. Now you realize I'm in a little bit of a quandary here because, like, you're totally insulting my man, and I'm like, don't want to come to your defense about your grow power.
My growing.
You're
My
growing rather than showing, because, like,
It's so
you
awkward.
know,
It's
you already
the-
got fans out there. We don't need to make them like
Friggin', I
super
needed a
fans.
fan to cool off my friggin' embarrassment all over my
Aw.
face. Stupid toddler dick. All right. Justin, it's good. It's
Yeah.
good to be back, buddy.
Oh no. Man, we've talked about so much. We've brought joy to Maureen's life. We talked about your soon to be altered permanently until it's not altered balls.
Yeah.
Man, I'll tell you what.
That's pretty much all we did. Were those two things?
Well, we talked about a lot of other stuff. My heart is heavy for the Diamond Club. This has been a bit of a traumatic week, but thank you guys so much for pulling together. It really means a lot.
Yeah, do me a favor, guys. Let's keep positivity out there in the world and understand that no matter where you are, whatever situation you're in, you can't know the difficulty other people are going through. So try to keep a positive mindset and realize that there ain't no money in making trouble. There's only money in making the pie bigger for all of us. Let's keep
and
it
you
positive.
never know what somebody on the other side of things is feeling, man. You never know how much of a toddler dick they might have.
Like me. Oh.
I didn't know Brian had a toddler dick until like 5
Snake
seconds.
Dick Brushwood. It was a fucking... It was a saddle snake. Dying of fire.
Kind of fire.
See you next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.